focus. Ideate, innovate, enable. YES Bank and CNBC-TV18 present the Growth Summit Vision for a $10 trillion economy in association with Max Life Insurance.
Welcome, champions and enthusiasts, to a session that promises to ignite your spirit and fuel your ambitions. Today, we are honored to be in the electrifying presence of none other than Saina Nehwal, a name synonymous with grit, determination, and unparalleled success in the world of badminton. Smashing success, grit to global stardom. We were talking about that as the theme of your chat with us. And it is only right to go back to the times when we saw your grit as you were rising up to be the world #1 and global stardom. And now you're showing that famous grit all over again, coming back from your injuries. How was it different then, and how is it different now, when obviously there has been less amount of scrutiny back then, more amount of scrutiny right now? Age is a factor. Things have changed. What has kept you going?
I think it's definitely difficult for all the players. Not only me, but everyone is fighting out. Sports बहुत risky होता है, सबको पता है. Everyone takes risk here to become the best in the world, and some lucky ones don't get injuries often, but some do. But finally, it's about winning and doing well. स्पोर्ट एक ऐसा फील्ड है जो आप कम टाइम के लिए खेलते हैं, बट आपको बहुत कुछ मिल जाता है. एंड डॉक्टर्स और इंजीनियर्स तो बहुत है, बट स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन तो बहुत कम है. एंड आई नो उतना ही टफ होता है एक प्लेयर के लिए. व्हेन यू स्टार्ट प्लेइंग, यू डोंट इवन थिंक ऑफ व्हेन यू आर 9-year-old, यू आर लाइक, why will injuries happen? Why will you even think of all those negative things? You're just playing for fun, you want to do well, and you're enjoying yourself. Suddenly you are winning so many titles, you're everywhere, and these small injuries are like in the newspapers, and everyone is asking you, injury हो गया, कितने दिन लगेंगे अब आने के लिए? I think खत्म हो गया है career. And at that point of time, I didn't even have good physios, or I got my first physio when I was 19. I already played the Olympics in 2008. And I won the World Championships, Junior World Championships, Junior Commonwealth Games. I won my first Philippines Open in 2006, beating world #3, and played the Commonwealth Games, got bronze medal over there. So all these things happened to me, and 19 में मुझे पता चलता है कि physio है. And obviously when you are playing for so many years, you need to have good trainer to give you good exercises. True. But my trainer, my physio, and everything was coach. अब कोच ही बताते थे ये करो वो करो, and it's you are following him because you just want to win, you want to do well.
Better, yes, that's
and
true.
Hats off to my mom for putting me in such a sport जहाँ पे पैसा नहीं है, sponsorships नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, but she was like, नहीं मेरी बेटी Olympic medalist बनेगी, world #1 बनेगी. At the age of 10, she was very confident. She should tell me, you will do well, you will achieve it. And I was like, how is it even possible? I have not seen anyone crossing first, second round in any of the tournaments before me. I didn't have any role model जिसको मैं बोल सकूँ यार मेरे सामने world champion खेल रहा है या Olympic champion खेल रहा है. I had all players who were national champions, and they wanted finally एक job मिल जाएगा तो काफ़ी है. So these were the thoughts, at that point of time. Luckily, my group was not like that.
Right.
I was always a very shy person, so I used to just go to my mom, and she used to be like, तुझे job नहीं चाहिए, तुझे Olympic medal चाहिए. That's not
wonderful.
what you're aiming for. So luckily, the strength was good, body was good, and at the age of 19, I won my first Super Series as well.
Yes.
And that's when the physio was there, and he was like, कहीं pain हो रहा है क्या, कुछ massage करो क्या, या कुछ ऐसा. I was like, no, I'm fine, bhaiya. I used to be very scared. What is this? I don't need any kind of treatment. But then comes I became world #2, and then comes the challenge for 2010 में 3 back-to-back Super Series titles. Right. And slowly I understood how it really matters that आपको support भी चाहिए एक physio का और trainer का. Players only think about, every time, every minute, next tournament, what is there, how is my recovery, how is my rest, whom I'm playing against, why is that girl beating me again and again? So throughout the year, you're just thinking about all these things, and 20 tournaments in a year. So the pressure is so much that you don't even sleep. You know, sometimes you do meditation and you're like, yaar, neend acha aa jayega. But that is when also you are thinking, kal match kiske saath hai, kal match kiske. So there's no point of time where you are actually resting. And injuries just add up to that. Injuries is such a difficult phase for any player. I don't know, you know, some people get ACL injuries.
I remember Rio Olympics.
Yeah, but it was not ACL. I could come back in 3-4 months.
Yeah.
But ACL takes you out for 1 year.
Yeah.
And I can understand how bad it is after 1 year to start from zero.
Yeah.
You know, your ranking goes down, everything falls, you know, and you're just like, how to start from zero again? So already you are down mentally, and then to get back that confidence, you are winning tournaments. So it's always a challenge, you know, whether it's 4 months or 1 year. You are sitting at home and doing nothing. It's your job. You want to be there. Even 1 day feels like a year. You know?
I can imagine.
It's so difficult. But it's always in the mind to be positive. I can be the best. I have to come back and, you know, do what I do best, winning. You know, that's what keeps helping me. And Kapil Sharma show, obviously, my favorite show.
Fantastic. I think you have summed up a growth mindset so beautifully for all of us, and resilience and agility. A lot of people talk about your Olympic medal from 2012, but very few realize that you were really close to winning one in Beijing in 2008.
Correct.
And you were just 18 then.
Yes.
स्पॉटलाइट जब एकदम से पड़ती है, उससे खेल पर कितना असर पड़ता है? Although you just spoke about the criticism, but you know, when you are also doing very well, तब भी scrutiny बहुत ज़्यादा होती है. So how do you cope up with that?
I think for badminton it was really good. In 2008, you know, people started watching badminton. They were like, first round bhi cross kar liya kisi ne. And actually someone is in the quarterfinals, and in the village, in the Olympic village, I saw Abhinav Bindra winning, you know, gold medal on the first day itself. And I was like, yaar, gold medal jeetna hai, yaar, I have to. I was so inspired by him, but of course they get the medal in 1 day and we have to play for 5 days. So it's like every day is that added pressure, and I was so excited to see all the top athletes there, Rafael Nadal and Usain Bolt, everyone was there, and I was like, yaar, inke jaisa banna hai, acha karna hai, I have to get medal too. And I was going really well, very confident, trained so hard, and only thing in my mind was I have to give my best. I know that I had to play world number 4 in the quarterfinals, but I was like, that's okay, you know, I'm giving tough fight to all the top players, and what matters is just to give my best, and I really want to win the medal. So sometimes when you really want to do it, of course you get closer to it, and then in the quarterfinals, I was up in the third set 11-3, and there is no chance that you can lose from that position.
Yeah.
In my entire career, I have not lost any match 11-3 up, and I was like, I'm going really well, I'm moving extremely well, half smashes are going extremely well. And the coach also was, Gopi sir was also like, sab theek chal raha hai, sab be patient, because Olympics is something which comes once in 4 years, and there is no retake. You know, you just have to go out and go all out and just be focused and, you know, think about playing in the court, that's all. Yeah. And he was like, ab 11-3 up hai, just be patient, sab theek ho jayega. And what the girl told me after the match, her coach told her, pack your bags now, you have lost it. And then suddenly, I don't know, after 11-3, she was everywhere. She picked up all my shots. And I was just blank. I was looking at Gopi sir. He was like, don't worry, it'll come, just be positive. And then suddenly the game changed and I lost 21-13. You know, I just got 2 points and she got the whole points till 21. And after the match, I was just sitting there and I couldn't believe it, because I just needed that match to get the medal, because I was, I think, playing Lulan from China in the next round. And I beat her recently in the Singapore Open or somewhere. So I was very confident that ho jayega shayad. Only one person was tough who won the gold medal, Zhang Ning. Otherwise, the other players, you know, I was continuously playing with them and giving them tough fight. And after that, you know, I came out of the court and I was sitting and I was like, aur 4 saal rukna hai. It's so difficult. I know everyone was talking about Saina played well, first Olympics playing the quarterfinals. It's everyone's dream to play Olympics, to stand on the podium and see your flag go up. Your coaches are so proud. Everyone is so proud. So, you know, even I wanted to experience that. And because when I was in 5th standard and, you know, I was reading about Milka Singh ji and PT Usha ji, and they just missed the medal.
Yeah.
And when recently I was in a conclave and the anchor asked her, what do you feel? And she was actually crying, you know. Imagine retirement hoke bhi 30 saal ho gaya hoga, but still she feels so bad. Players' career, you know, career is so difficult that even after you retire, you feel so bad about that one particular thing which you made them. It's not a mistake, I would say, but it happens.
Just that
you know,
day.
it happens.
Yeah.
But I was like, "ठीक है, 4 साल और." My targets was, I am world number 2. I have to become world number 1. I have to win as many as Super Series possible. And next Olympics, I want to be seeded and I want to do well. So that I kept myself positive. Obviously, that day I was feeling really low. I had maybe multiple number of ice creams and I don't know how to get out of that situation. I was feeling so sad. But even sir was like, tomorrow you want to train? And I was like, chhod do, ek do din to chhod do. I think I don't want to, you know, talk about badminton. But next day morning at 6 again, I was like, let's go, you know. The motivation was so much that I just want to win it. And I don't know when it will happen, but I was definitely sure it will happen if I'm training right, if I'm doing things right. Because whatever you train will show in the match.
Right.
There is no miracle. There is no shortcuts in sports. What you do in training will definitely show in tournament. So I was so happy that next year I won my first Super Series, and after that I won 3 Super Series back to back, and I was suddenly like compared to Dhoni, and you know I was everywhere, and it was so difficult for me to digest. Even the coach was like, "इतने सारे media वाले हैं, क्या बोलूँ मैं?" You know, first experience to face such things. It's always difficult, and I was like, "What should I say?" And he was like, "जो पूछते उसको बता दे." You know, we were talking like that. It was funny, but that day I realized that if you perform back to back, how things change.
Yes.
Suddenly, badminton is the second most popular sport after cricket. Yeah. And it's only because of the performances, and after that, the young kids are seeing Saina playing, she's world number 2, and all of them are now in top 50.
Yeah.
We have so many people in top 50 now that every year we have performances. There's not even a single year where we didn't have performance. Yeah. And everyone wants to play badminton, everyone knows us.
Yeah.
But it's just that, you know, that 2008 Olympics really changed the things for me. I'm happy that today के हार गए तो कुछ मैंने सीखने को मिला definitely. But अगर उस time आ जाता, so things would have been different, you know. I think I really trained very hard for that one as well. But I think that really helped me to get the Olympic medal finally. And after achieving it, when I have the medal, as you know, I hold it and I'm still not able to believe it that मेरे हाथ में है Olympic medal, because
you know they used to say China versus Saina, and that was such a phrase that was popular at that point in time. Everybody was talking about it.
In top 10, in top 10, me and one more girl from Denmark, and 8 were from China.
China, yeah.
YES Bank and CNBC-TV18 present the Growth Summit Vision for a $10 trillion economy in association with Max Life Insurance. YES Bank and CNBC-TV18 present the Growth Summit Vision for a $10 trillion economy in association with Max Life Insurance.
Now sports has changed, of course. You have seen time when badminton was played way back when you started your career. Now you're seeing it completely different. What are the two, three things that have changed about the sport itself, and about the sports women and sportsmen who are coming now? Sports person, let's use inclusive language, sports person that are playing badminton now. What has changed?
I think now you have so many things around you, like so easily. You have academy, you have physios, you have trainers, you have support from the age of 10, 11, when I think some players at that point of time used to think sport mein milega kya, so they used to leave it because of the problems with the sponsorships and playing tournaments. So after 10th it is tough, you know, you have to take decision whether you want to study or you want to, because there is no, you can't see a future in sport at that point of time. And suddenly now you're actually seeing so many good things in the sport. You know, you have a lot of sponsors who are helping you out, when a lot of organizations like OGQ, you know, Go Sports, they're helping a lot of athletes now who don't have sponsorships, and they are coming forward to sponsor them as many as tournaments possible. So अभी के जो generation में कोई भी talented बच्चा game छोड़ नहीं रहा है, and they are there and they're seeing so many, you know, Satvik Chirag, Sindhu, me, Shrikant, Pranoy, everyone is there. So the young kids are actually seeing all of us play. Yeah. And the leagues are also happening.
Opportunities are
so
also
many opportunities are there for them to watch, actually, you know, to see how the top players are playing, how they are training. So what we're training at the age of 24, 25, they get to train at the age of 9 and 10. Yeah. So imagine by the time they're 15, 16, they're all already going to give good results. Yeah. And when we were, as I said, you know, 9 and 10 में कौन था जिसको हम देख के, you know, and I still ask her why
role
badminton.
Models are very, very important to have. Mentors,
Definitely.
role
in any
models,
sport, you know. I was like, मुझे tennis में डाल देते, you know, it's not like I love badminton or something, but I should love competing, you know. I should love competing. और अगर tennis में भी होता तो यार, at least you can see very good future in that. But it's like अब तो late हो गया, अब तो इस पे focus कर. So I think that way. It's nice to see that a lot of young kids want to play badminton and they keep asking me, Didi, world number 1 कैसे बनना है? Directly, they don't even ask me state champion कैसे बनना है, national champion कैसे बनना है. And I see them playing in districts and state tournaments, and they're like breaking their racket, and parents from behind, they're actually telling them in the national tournament कि तू world champion कैसे बनेगा, ऐसे खेलेगा तो. You know, the pressure, amount of pressure is too much. I feel that is the only one thing which is tough now. Otherwise, all the things are perfectly good for all the athlete. Just that initial phase where you have to obviously spend some money. I think parents here, they have to take little bit of risk, right? Little bit of sacrifice is required to be the best player. And initially, if they do that, I'm sure the kid will do whatever he likes, you know. Otherwise, obviously, padhai karna to kya hai, you know. Even in 10th, I studied for 5 days and I got 70%. I still tell, जो भी अगर fail हो गया तो I actually laugh at them. Fail कैसे होता है? क्योंकि इतना difficult होता है fail होना. You know, you have to really, मतलब कुछ इधर है नहीं types, you know, it's like that. But I studied for 5 days and 70% आ गया. I said study is easy है. You focus on your game till at least 10th, 11th. And sports person की life बहुत अच्छी होती है. You will really enjoy it when you stand on the podium and you are actually serving the country, like how army people do it. You know, it's so nice to see कि कोई हमारे country से podium पे खड़ा है and everyone is looking up to them, उनको praise करते हैं, and there so many young kids come to me, Saina दीदी जैसा बनना है. You know, it feels so nice to hear all these things. And अब जैसे उनको opportunity मिल रही है from Khelo India, from so many schemes. To come up and play so many competitions.
अब तो उनको साइना train भी कर रही हैं कईयों को. How are you as a mentor and as a trainer on the ground? Let's talk about that.
I definitely
are you a Hatha's master?
No. I actually not looking forward to the coaching that much, but yeah, I definitely give advice. And when they ask me about how difficult it is to be a champion, and I'm like, it is difficult. You know, I can't tell you like that because you will have to experience it. What I can tell is, at that point of time when I was 14, 15, when Gopi sir turned into coach, he won the All England, and he used to tell us, you know, खाना अच्छा खाना पड़ेगा, because you will not get जैसे vegetarian खाना खाते हो आप बाहर नहीं मिलेगा, you will struggle. So he made me turn into non-vegetarian at that point of time, and he was like, you don't have to kill yourself training 12 to 13 hours every day. You have to train smart, how the international players train. And there are a lot of things which he taught us at that point of time, which immediately turned me into international level player. तो जो थोड़ा सा टचअप्स चाहिए थे, you require, you know, कोई internationally खेला हो तो those can give you good advice about that. So of course we have played from so many years, we know how it helps and what to actually do to get to that level. But you know, finally physically उनको देना पड़ेगा court पे. They'll have to struggle, they'll have to fight it out. Again, they'll have to struggle with injuries and everything. So I cannot say that you're going to win the tournament immediately, but you'll have to try your level best. Listen to your coaches, what they say. Eat right, don't cheat. If you cheat, that's bad for you. Finally, cheating is bad for yourself. You know, you are actually, if you really want to do well, you will not cheat. You know, I've seen so many athletes, not from India, but even abroad. They tell me, यार ये नहीं टच करना है, कोच ने मना किया है. I'm like, एक दिन से क्या हो जाएगा? But एक दिन भी मैटर करता है. एक दिन, even on Sundays it matters that if I cheat, I'm cheating myself.
Yeah.
And the coach is there definitely standing for us for 16 hours, not only me, but so many young athletes, and he's looking after everyone's training.
So you got to be sincere.
So imagine,
Yeah.
he's just sacrificing his whole life, his wife, his kids, and he's coming there standing for you. Imagine, obviously you get this knowledge when you're older, you're not like 9, 10 mein to kya aata hai aapko dimag mein. But you realize it after certain point of time, when the team, when your parents are putting it in your mind कि जीतना है, अच्छा करना है. Then after 12, 13, I think you start understanding yourself, and you are like, yes, अच्छा करना है, जीतना है, competition, that is what is important. And if you're competing, जो nervousness, जो tension होती है, उसमें मजा ही अलग होता है.
That's how icons are made. Yeah. Thank you so much for this wonderful conversation. And I'm hoping that, everybody who's here today and who's going to catch this particular chat is going to be very, very inspired about what exactly is growth mindset. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
YES Bank and CNBC-TV18 present the Growth Summit Vision for a $10 trillion economy in association with Max Life Insurance.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.